Joining us from Port Harcourt, the River State capital, where we will be kicking off this discussion, is the Commissioner for Information in River State, Joseph Johnson. Thanks a lot for joining us on TVC Breakfast this morning. And as I said earlier on, we're starting off with you, especially with the outcry that has more or less greeted the state government's demolition of the House of Assembly complex in Port Harcourt. Tell us more about how the government reached this decision to demolish a landmark edifice as the House of Assembly complex. That's what people have called it. How did you reach this decision to bring it down?
Just to say that as a follow-up to the press release which was circulated yesterday to all the journalists who were in Port Harcourt, to say that that structure was demolished was the best thing that happened, because the principal responsibility of every government is to protect lives and property. And when the decision as to demolishing that structure to keep the legislators safe was made, I think that is something that should be very salutary. We were on the 30th of October at the complex, arising from the incident that happened the previous night. And the governor was there. That outing was well televised. Everybody who watched the event would be able to write the story. But as we finished, the governor charged the Nigerian police to try and ensure that the perpetrators of that dastardly act must be brought to book. And also mentioned that that structure will be renovated depending on the advice of the professionals who would look at it. On the strength of that, His Excellency Sir Siminala Ifubara commissioned a consulting firm, structural engineers, and they went into the structure and then came with a well-written professional report. And the climax of it was that it was advised by this team that that project, that structure was no longer able to stand integrity tests. The reason being that the impact of the incident that took place the previous day was so heavy that it affected the beams and the substructures that are supposed to be holding the building. And then after which His Excellency got an order from the River State High Court, actually order one, affirmed to the fact that that structure was no longer good and that His Excellency should provide an alternative sitting place for lawmakers to thrive. And then on the strength of that, we commenced the demolition yesterday.
All right. Mr. Johnson, let me ask you further before we come back to the studio for some more reactions. The bombed complex of the House of Assembly is more or less, according to observers, a crime scene. And you've spoken about advice from building experts, saying that it had to come down. But what about advice? And you've also spoken about your mandate, your government's mandate to the police to unearth the perpetrators of the bomb issue, the bombing incident of the House of Assembly. So we can call that place that was demolished by your government a crime scene. Don't you feel that, material pieces of evidence would also have been destroyed with your actions?
Well, the story is very straight. If there was anything the police had done that is to the public knowledge, then it would show that police truly swung into action according to the directive of His Excellency. Imagine an incident that took place on the 30th, and as we speak, before yesterday's event, people were still staffers of the House of Assembly, and all other concerned citizens were still going there to transact. And any reasonable government that gets an order of the court to declare that a place was uninhabitable should be able to swing into action. I would not expect that anybody would sit down and wait, whereas there had been front and back movement of court processes. This one laying claims to leadership of the House, and the other one also laying claims, and you allow people to continue to go there. It will be better than that this structure goes than we lose one soul.